In 2021, Fernando Tatis Jr. started out his season very poorly, and then got a left shoulder injury while swinging in a game, immediately getting placed on the 10-day injured list. It didn't look good at first, of course, but about 10 days after the injury, Tatis was back, and not only was he back, but he was better than ever. After being looked at as someone who may have to miss significant time, he'd go on to have an incredible season, hitting .282 with a .975 OPS, swatting 42 home runs, which led the National League, becoming an all-star for the first time, winning his second Silver Slugger award, and finished third in the NL MVP voting. He's clearly the Padres' best player, one of the best players in all of baseball, and someone who any team would love to have. For the Padres, however, it looks like Tatis may have unintentionally hurt their season. Whether it's the offseason or during the season, freak accidents and stupid injuries that easily could have been avoided happen all of the time. You of course have the most common ones when players punch a wall after having a bad outing or striking out, resulting in an injured hand. That's exactly what happened to guys like Oscar Yanoa and Devin Williams this past year, with Williams punching a wall while drunk right before the postseason, breaking his hand. You then have some of the most bizarre reasons for injuries by players. In 2019, Carlos Correa was injured after getting a massage. I wish I were kidding. It was a massage gone wrong, of course, one that took place at his house, and the next thing Correa knew, he not only had rib soreness, but a fractured rib. Yoenis Cespedes once had a freak injury occur at his Florida ranch when he fell and twisted his ankle in a hole. It was then reported months later that this incident with Cespedes involved a wild boar. The Mets ended up reducing the guaranteed part of his 2020 salary from $29.5 million to just $6 million, with Cespedes able to earn some of that money back with playing time incentives. San Diego Padres and now MLB superstar Fernando Tatis Jr. has now entered the chat, because although he didn't necessarily punch a wall, get a massage gone wrong, or get into it with a wild boar, he still screwed up. Tatis currently has a fractured wrist that can take up to 3 months to heal. How did this injury come about? Motorcycles. Back in December, Tatis got into a motorcycle accident back home in the Dominican Republic. Thankfully, he wasn't hurt too bad, and all was thought to be fine until just recently at spring training. Kevin Acee of the San Diego Union Tribune reported that Tatis only received minor scrapes in the incident, but we now all know that isn't true. Another big issue is also the fact that he wasn't just in one accident with a motorcycle. When asked by a reporter when his motorcycle incident took place, Tatis responded by saying, "Which one?" Just last year, Tatis signed a 14-year contract extension with the Padres worth well over $300 million. Like the Mets did with Cespedes, the Padres very well could have restructured the young man's contract because of his supposed reckless injury, but the team isn't going to do such a thing. As far as riding motorcycles goes, those days seem to be over for Tatis, at least for the time being. When asked such a thing, new Padres manager Bob Melvin had this to say, quote, "I believe they are. He's 23 years old, you have some fun. I don't think anything was intentional here, but I think you learn from experiences. And I think this is one to learn from." End quote. Nobody is even sure that the motorcycle incident, or incidents, plural, are to blame for the wrist fracture, but Tatis did mention that he started to feel his wrist flare up about a month ago. So the Padres are now without their best player for the start of the 2022 season, and for a good portion of it too. He may not even be back until July, and in a division where you have the Dodgers and Giants already ahead of you, you're gonna need everything you can get from a guy like Tatis. It's a huge blow. I really hope his injury list stint doesn't last very long, as he's such a vital and big part of baseball. There's a chance it won't be long too, because of how quick it took him to heal last year with the shoulder issue, so let's just hope for the best here. Let me know what you think about this situation, and thank you for watching.